Hello, what's up guys, how you doing? It is Lusty here, welcome back to a new episode of The Road to Glory, episode number 106. Now, today is going to change things up quite a bit, simply because of how we got on in the Daily Knockout Tournament this week. We did win TOTS Gylfi Sigurdsson, you can see him on the bench right there, and this footage is from Tuesday, I believe, Monday or Tuesday, I can't quite remember which. No, yeah, it must have been Tuesday because I won the Daily Knockout on the Monday. So, I decided that I was going to sell my orange Heung-min Son for like 120k or so. And that was before, of course, he got a new inform this week. I didn't know that was coming. I just thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and complete the Player of the Month Son because even like, I'm not too fussed about it even now because I know there's a new higher rated version out. But I think the value for money, I tweeted this the other day, the value for money is just crazy high still for that 89 rated Heung-min Son. And we can probably do something quite cool if we get him into the club. So, I probably wouldn't be able to afford the 90 rated central one. And I actually like the purple item as well. So, yeah, I happily gone ahead and completed Player of the Month Son, knowing that it was going to cost me about 150, 160,000 coins, and I could get 120 for the orange one already, so it's not really going to cost a huge amount, and we will get some packs as well, so hopefully we can go ahead and, you know, not break even, it's never going to be that unless you pack someone crazy, but, you know, bring the cost of the overall SBC down. So you're seeing the players that I've used for each and every one of these. Like, it might still be around just for today, or it might have expired. I'm not too sure by the time this video comes out, but you've had a couple of weeks to work at it, and you'll know by now whether or not you wanted to do Player of the Month Son, and I have decided in the end that I would go ahead and do it, just because I come up against him so often, and he is like ridiculously difficult to face. So, you know, why not just, you know, if you can't beat him, join him, and we'll bring him into the side. So the final squad we're using is this one right here. You did need to use a special item again, and it doesn't really matter which one. I used Nacho Fernandez, someone from the Team of the Week that was live at that point in time, because he was one of the cheaper ones. And as you can see, we complete Player of the Month Heung-min Son, the second Player of the Month SBC we've done on this Road to Glory this year. We did Dele Alli for around 100k back in the day, and we did this one for around 150. So we've spent 250k on untradeable players, but the value of those players are, I believe, higher than you know what you actually paid for them. So Heung-min Son looks amazing. 4-star skill, 5-star weak foot. We know how good he is. Literally, basically Ronaldo on this game, and a lot cheaper than Ronaldo. So we go to our reward packs. There's a couple of regular ones and a couple of half decent prime packs maybe. First one, we don't really get anyone. Doesn't really matter. Everything I get from here will just be sold on, apart from the consumables that I will go ahead and keep. Jumbo Premium Gold Pack time. Now, of course, this was open during Team of the Season for Premier League. Whether or not it was Team of the Season for Premier League and for the other two, Eredivisie and Belgian Pro League, I'm not too sure. So if you do see someone from the Belgian Pro League or the Eredivisie, that should have been a TOTS. It means I opened them before they came out of packs, which probably would have been a silly idea. But we pack one of the rarest things in the game. Again, we get a draft token. I've now got 2 of them on this account, which means I was sort of leaving it for a little while because I wanted to do draft like when like, a lot of TOTS is out, because then you can get the best like players and stuff. But we've got a couple of draft tokens, which means that we can go in, do draft, get some rewards hopefully, maybe pack a TOTS or 2. So that might be quite fun. I pack Juan Mata here, as well as Sven Bender or Lars Bender. I never know which one's which, to be honest. And a few players that I can definitely sell on right there. Juan Mata I actually bought for like 5.8k to put in the SBC. So I basically sold him for exactly what I bought him for, which brings the price down quite a bit. And then we pack Casemiro. I kind of wish I was at that point, you know, where, like I was before, where I kept everything that I was packing because it was useful for like marquee matchups and stuff. But, you know what, just getting the coins for it and having enough coins like liquid and fluid that we can use all the time, I think might be a better option. So that's what I go ahead and do. Now, I had a bunch of untradeable players that I could stick into an SBC. So I thought, you know what, why not do one of these EPL premium upgrade players? Or some of them are tradable, I guess some of them are untradeable, and we do manage to go ahead and complete it. And I thought, well, we'll see who we can get. And we get 2 or 3 small flares, which isn't as good as I hoped it could have possibly been. And we just get Diouf. So basically we just traded in a bunch of players for a bunch of Premier League players, which isn't too bad. We get some alright ones as well, like Kabasele, Decore is good as well. Like, there's some alright players. They're probably not going to ever get into our team, but I could recycle them in a different SBC down the line, maybe. We'll see about that. But as you can see, things have sold. We got 119k for Heung-min Son. I will miss him, but of course I've got a better version of him now, so it's all good. I'm not too worried at all. And now I go ahead and start making some purchases. One's to watch Mane, like, is the same as the Inform 87 Mane, but this one's cheaper for some reason. And I decided to buy him when one came up like 11k cheaper than the rest. 149k we paid for what is an unreal Premier League card. I know he has a TOTS now, but that's way out of our league. He's like 500,000 coins. So I bought the ones to watch, just because I think it looks better than the Inform. And I've got an idea. I'm going to go full Prem again, but you'll see that in just a second. It is time to say goodbye to Memphis Depay, and sadly, it is time to say goodbye to Nabil Fekir. Team of the knockout stages. He has been unreal for us. A really, really fun player. But with TOTS out and stuff, I feel like maybe his stats or his price and stuff, I could get someone maybe a little bit better, or just do something a bit different. Like, let's just change it up a bit. We've had him for a while, so it's time to get someone new. I then realized that I could actually upgrade my Kyle Walker for basically the same cost. Like, they were two roughly the same cost players. Probably cost me 500, 750 coins, something like that, to make the switch. So I decided to do that just for a couple of extra in-game stats. Not massive, but it's not something I would have done a while back when there was a few thousand coins difference. And now I buy a TOTS player. I buy my first TOTS player on this account, apart from Sigurdsson, who we won, of course. I buy 90 rated Adam Lallana for 190 something thousand coins. So yeah, I'm going full Prem, and it's a really, really cool team. You wait till you see it in a moment. But yeah, we managed to get ourselves Adam Lallana, who looks like an unreal player. I then needed to go out and buy a Cam to CF, which might suggest that we're moving Sigurdsson. We moved him to CF, and then straight away I moved him all the way up to striker, because he is going to be a striker. He's not going to play as a striker in game, but we will need him at striker to fit everyone into the team how I want it to be. So this right here is my brand new team. It features obviously quite a lot of players that we've used before. They are like the bread and butter, but I really do enjoy those players like Dele Alli, Smalling, Ogbonna, all of that stuff. Like, they're really good players. Bringing in Adam Lallana, bringing in Mane, Sigurdsson's just come in as well as Heung-min Son. Like, those are like 4 marquee players that we've got in our team now, and that's how it looks like to start with. But then I go in game and I switch it to this, so everyone will be on full chem once you're in game. I switch it to this right here. Sigurdsson goes left midfield in the 4-1-2-1-2, Kante at DM, Ali at right centre mid, Lallana in cam, and then Mane and Son up front on full chem. I don't think I can think of much better team that we could get with the coins that we've got and stuff. So absolutely buzzing for that. Like, for now, like, this is going to be my team. Whether or not I get bored with just having a Prem team in a few episodes time, you know, with other team of the seasons coming out, maybe there'll be some gem players that aren't going to cost me too much, that I could switch things about a little bit. But for now, we're sitting on around 60,000 coins and this Prem team right here with a few substitutes, but nothing really major on the bench. So that's how things are going to look. We have still got Martial, of course, super sub, Al Sommer, David Villa. I think I've got Sissoko, Cyprian, Bailly. There's some alright players there still, but we have sold on quite a lot. Depay sold. We sold Moussa Dembele as well, the Tottenham version, of course. So yeah, we're sitting, as you can see, at around 60,000 coins nearly, just under. And I noticed that I was actually a high enough level to get another 10 games at 1,000 coins, and actually get a couple of loan players in, just in case. They might as well get them, they're free, aren't they? So we managed to get Dybala and Aubameyang, so I'm happy about that. They are pre-upgrade, so they are their original base item rather than the ratings refresh upgrades that they both received this year. And now I move on in and do week number 2 of the TOTS bonus SBC, because if you do every single one of them, then you're going to get an ultimate pack for free, or as like a reward for doing every single one, and it will guarantee you a TOTS player as well. So that's fun, and I will do my best to keep up with that one and make sure that I do that every single week. Well, hopefully anyway, as long as I don't forget. I literally nearly forgot when I was doing this the other night. So from that pack, we managed to get Kolarov and some other players, which I'll sell the gold ones on. The silvers and bronzes, they might sell, or the bronzes will probably just stay in the club and use for an SBC along the way. But I was going to wrap the episode up there. It's been a long episode of changing things about and stuff, but I was like itching and eager to try my new team out. Now, I actually did use this team for a few games, just in online singles, and played Sigurdsson at cam, Lallana at centre mid, so that I could do the review for Sigurdsson, because I didn't have him on my main account at the time, and I know that you guys needed to know about Sigurdsson. So I've actually used these players for 5 games in online singles, which I didn't film for the Road to Glory, so the players have got some stats on their record and stuff now. But we go on into our next game, our 4th game in Division 1. You know how it ended before when we played this. I got a win in my first game, and then I lost 2 on the bounce, so I stopped playing it. And we actually come up against a decent team for Division 1. Yeah, I hold my hands up. That's a nice team to be facing, because it doesn't have super players in it. He has got Alexis Sanchez and Walcott up front, which could definitely be a problem. But of course, as you can see there, we just switched the team up in-game. It just means that everyone's on full chem. You guys know that by now. And I really am quite happy with how things are looking in the Prem side. It's like a B-Tech version of my super team on my main account. I've got a really nice Prem team on my main account. I absolutely love it. And I know it's kind of boring, like everyone builds Prem teams. But with the special items and TOTS and stuff this year, I really like it. So I feel like Prem is definitely the strongest, unless you can get Ronaldo, Messi, Suarez, which I can't afford. So that's the way I'm going to go. So we go 1-0 down in this game, and it was really difficult for me to break down my opponent. You know how this is going to go, don't you? Division 1, just not my forte. But we try in the second half to do stuff here. Mane showing some strength, and a sloppy ball back from the defender means that Mane plays it to Son and scores what is a lovely, lovely goal right there to equalise early doors in the second half. He scored just before half-time, and we've scored just after half-time. So this game is back to being quite even due to a mistake from his defender. I think it was like Koscielny or someone. Impressed by the first time hit that one on that one from Son. So Ramsey plays it out to Azpilicueta, and Mane tackles him again. So another mistake. Son this time plays it to Lallana, who's running in, and we do manage to score the goal. So we've gone ahead and got 2 goals there from 2 defensive mishaps from my opponent. And we just sort of like snatched onto it and latched onto it and stuck the ball in the back of the net by any means necessary. I literally can't get my words out right now. Yeah, so we score the goal, and we actually turn this game around and go 2-1 up quite early on in the second half as well. So there was a lot of time for my opponent to get back into it. He nearly scored with Alexis Sanchez right there, and it was always going to be like a nervous rest of the game. I wasn't able to hold the ball like I wanted to. This guy was pretty good at closing me down and stuff. And that was a bit cocky, to be honest, from there. I didn't mean to do the kick-ups. But we play it through, nearly get it through to Son right there. That would have been the nail in the coffin for that one. We would have gone 3-1 up, of course. Nearly do it again with Lallana right at the end there. But unfortunately for us, we hit the post. But eventually the referee calls final whistle. We get our 2nd win in Division 1. And so we're now 2 wins, 2 losses, which is not great. We literally have to win every single game in the rest of this division for the other 6 games that we've got in order to win Division 1. So it's not going to happen. Let's just face it, it's not going to happen. We are playing Operation Don't Get Relegated, so that's the main focus, and you'll be able to see in just a second where we're looking like in the actual like standings so far. It was a pretty dull game that we got relatively lucky on, I guess. But there you go. We've got 6 points. We need 14, or is it? Yeah, I think it's 14 to not get relegated. So that's going to be tough. You know, that's another 8 points on top of what we got right now. So we need like 2 wins and a draw out of 6 games. if I'm on my game and stuff that day and we get lucky with the teams we come up against, yeah, we'll probably be able to do it. But if I do go on a bad run against some super teams or something, and I play on the wrong time at the wrong day, then we could be going back to Division 2, which for me, like, I kind of expect that to happen, but obviously I really want to do my best. This is a road to glory, and I guess glory is kind of winning Division 1, or I don't know what you guys class it as. But for me, yeah, I'm buzzing about the new team. I think it looks great. Like, Ones to Watch Mane is a great addition for the price that he costs. The stats on Son for what he costs is just unreal as well. Sigurdsson, like, helps bring in an extra, like, marquee player for free into the team, so we were able to afford this. So that was very useful and helpful as well. And that's my current team. So if you've enjoyed the episode, smash a thumbs up on the video. I really need to see your support in that on this video. I greatly appreciate it, is all I'll say. And then, of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.